What's up, YouTube? Today we are back with another starting off with our biggest draft winners of the first round. I do have a couple honorable mentions that didn't make the full list, and that would be the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers. I think they got really good fits for what they're trying to do, so those will be my honorable mentions. Starting off at number 5, I have the Charlotte Hornets. I think what they did in the first round, adding size and depth to their front court and getting some rebounding with Hannah Steinbach with the potential to be a floor spacer at that 4 position, while also getting a backup point guard that can score and assist and keep the offense flowing when LaMelo is out. I think they did a great job addressing those things and are continuing to show that they want to build to be a playoff team, and I really love those moves that they made. At number 4, I have to go with the Atlanta Hawks. I think that the combination of them getting Flemings and Ejiofor, first and foremost, you're getting players that are defenders, and in order to win, you have to be able to defend. So getting those two together, I think, just bolsters their depth in the backcourt as well as in the front court, adding somebody that can play the 3 or 4 position with Ejiofor to come off the bench and spell if they keep Kuminga as well as Jalen Johnson. And then you sign CJ McCollum to a 1-year extension, but Flemings is somebody that can step in now and contribute, and as well as next year. He'll probably be given the keys. So I really like that they got another ball handler, somebody that can push the pace, which is something that Atlanta showed that they wanted to do, as well as somebody that you can kind of run your offense through where it doesn't always have to be Jalen Johnson or CJ McCollum. So I really like their moves and what they came away with in the first round. Number 3, I have the 76ers. I thought Phylon was a top 12, top 13 guy in this draft, and for him to fall all the way to the 76ers, who needed a backup point guard, especially with not knowing what if Grimes is gonna re-sign and things like that. You get somebody who can come off the bench, again, kind of like the Hornets, somebody that can keep that offense flowing when Tyrese Maxey is not on the court. He assists very well, he scores the ball very well. I think he's gonna fit in really well in Philadelphia and just what they're trying to build. I love their kind of guard depth now, and it looked good. I understand them trading away Jared McCain, but Jared McCain may not have been what they needed for what they're trying to build, and ultimately having Phylon fall in their lap, I really like what they have going forward. I think he's somebody that can elevate them in that second unit altogether, so they are number 3 on my list. At number 2, I have to go with the San Antonio Spurs. I think they addressed probably the most biggest glaring need that they needed to address and could address before free agency started, getting both Jaden Quaidens and Tarish Reed. Their front court depth was abysmal. It was like a night and day thing from when Wemby was on the court and off the court. It's like when they're on the court, teams don't want to attack the paint. Their rebound battle is okay. I think the Spurs could be a better rebounding team even with Wemby on the court. But your lack of athleticism in the front court and your depth really hurts you. You were forced to play Kornet, who he did his best, but the scheme changes too much when Wemby isn't on the court. Teams shouldn't go from never looking at the basket to all they're doing is attacking the basket and getting your guards and wings in foul trouble. So I think them getting 2 guys that can rim run, protect the paint, can play. I think Quaidens can play some of that 4, so he can play next to Wemby. I don't think Quaintance and Reed will play together, but having somebody that can block shots, deter shots at the rim, as well as rebound really well, rim run, catch lobs, I think they address a really big need with two really good players. So I really like the direction they're going, and we'll see what they do. Do they start one of them? Do they trade for a starting four? What happens? So that'll depend on free agency, but for now I have them number 2 as biggest winner from the first round of the NBA draft. And at number 1, I have the Chicago Bulls. I think they won the draft last night. Getting Caleb Wilson and Dalen Swain, you get one, just a prolific athlete, and Caleb Wilson, somebody that has a really high ceiling. And for people saying like, oh, this type of player bust, I think just the fact of how good he can and will be defensively makes him not a bust. I think he'll be able to rebound, he will block shots, he'll get steals, he will attack the rim, and somebody that can also expand in his mid-post game. I love Caleb Wilson, the length, the athleticism, the competitive nature. So getting him at 4 and then doubling back and getting Dalen Swain, somebody that can run that offense outside of just Giddey, finishes really well at the rim. I think he does need to work on his jumper, but I love his feel for the game. He has really good feel. He understands angles. He doesn't have to be a super athlete to get the job done. He defends, he rebounds. He's a bigger wing and really is more of a point forward. So I really love that pick for the Chicago Bulls, and ultimately I have them as the number 1 winner from last night's NBA draft. Moving on to the losers. Honorable mention, I do have the Knicks. I think that the Knicks passing on Cameron Carr, I don't think they should have done that. More shooting and more deep. I think that fits right in the Knicks' wheelhouse. So I'm shocked that they didn't. But they're just an honorable mention. It's not the worst thing in the world. But starting at number 5, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves. You trade Julius Randle and a first round pick to move back into the second. I get it. You only move back 5 spots, but you trade a 20-point per game score and you give up a first round pick. And I understand the new CBA makes salary hard and things like that, but now you have to do something with it. It can't just be signing Dosunmu and that being it. You didn't get anybody, and this was a loaded draft class, so you could have got somebody that could step in right away and help with that number 28 pick. So for me, I have them as number 5 on the biggest loser list. At number 4, I have the Detroit Pistons. The same thing that I'm upset with the Knicks about, I'm more upset with the Pistons about. You pass on Cameron Carr when you are not a good shooting team. All of your wings are not good shooters. From Amin Thompson, Ron Holland, Tobias Harris can knock down threes, but you need more floor spacing. It can't just be Duncan Robinson and nobody else, because Duncan Robinson isn't a great defender. Cameron Carr has a 7-foot wingspan and can shoot the lights out the ball and is also very athletic. So just being able to have a true 3-and-D guy and you pass on him, I wasn't really feeling it. I think he would have been a great fit with Cade, somebody that could play off ball with him. And he's also a pretty good slasher to the basket. So I think he adds multiple layers to that team that they don't really have. And I would have liked to see them draft Carr. Ultimately, they didn't. And that's why I have them at number 4 on my list. At number 3, I have the Toronto Raptors drafting Allen Graves. I think they needed somebody a little bit more dynamic. Phylon was still on the board. I think that could have been somebody that they went after. Again, Cameron Carr was still on the board. They could have got a true big in Quaintance or Tarish Reed. So I don't know why they went with Graves over those players, but they did, and I didn't really agree with it. Allen Graves, he can space the floor and he's physical at 6'7", but I don't think that's what you needed. And the jumper, I think, needs to get a little bit quicker, and I'm worried about his foot speed at the next level as far as defending. So I just think they could have went somewhere else. They didn't, and so I have them number 3 on my list. And number 2, I have the Los Angeles Clippers. Them taking Keaton Waller, who I think is very good, but I think I liked all the other guards more than him. I like Acuff more. I like Brown Jr. more. I like Flemings more. And I get maybe he fits a little bit better with Darius Garland, but I think those other guards have more star potential. And I get it. You see the Tyrese Halliburton comps. I don't know. We don't know if he'll turn out to be Halliburton. I really don't like how he can't really separate in ISO, whereas I think all the other guards can get their shot off without a screen, and that's a big thing for me. Can he develop that? Yes, but right out the gate, I see Acuff, Brown, and Flemings as better players than him at this day. So for me, the Clippers are number 2 for a biggest loser. And lastly, the number 1 biggest loser for me from the first round of the NBA draft is the Dallas Mavericks. At number 9, you have a plethora of places that you can go to get somebody to pair with Coop. And not that I really like Morris Johnson Jr. I like him as a prospect, but that front court is one, there's a lot of people in that front court, and you don't have a lot of spacing on the team. So now you have Gafford, Lively, and Morris Johnson Jr. all with PJ Washington and some Najee Marshall. I'm just not really feeling it. I think they could have went with Burries, or if you really wanted to go big, with Mara, even though I don't think that would have been a great fit. But personally, I think that there were so many other players on the board where they could have got Coop, somebody that can be a running mate. And I don't think Morez is that. I think they could have traded back and got him later as well. I think pick 9 was a little high for me. Again, I like the prospect. I don't like where he went in the draft and where he went team-wise. So for me, I think they could have done a little bit better. And even if it was just trading back and taking him, if he was really their guy, I would have liked to see them pair Coop with a more of a running mate at pick 9. So that's going to be it for me. I want to hear who your biggest winners and losers were from the first round of the draft. Let me know if you think it was somebody else, some other team that could have did better, some other team that could have did worse. I really want to have some discourse. I really appreciate y'all. The last couple of videos have been doing well. I love talking ball. This is so much fun to me. Let's start some discourse. Y'all let me know what y'all think. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back.